All right, we are back in our scene. We have things that are dangerous. We've got lava that's going to come up after us. Hopefully, you're coming up with a plan to get to the top of something to get away from the lava. We are going to want a win condition at the end of this as well. I even had one year where someone had to gather some collectibles to, I think it slowed the lava down every time they grabbed the collectible. There was another collectible that they had to grab and go to the top of this like volcano and throw it in the fire, and that's how they won the. It was pretty interesting. So yeah, very Lord of the Rings, and he was like throw it in the fire, and then said no, we're not going to do it. So all right, so we're going to add some collectibles. I'm just going to go to my package manager and start finding fun things. All right, so we'll start with pizza. I'm sure I've got some pizzas. There's a PBR pizza that should be free. I'm going to download that and import it. And it comes with all that. Yay, fun. There's a pizza scene. Oh, perfect. Yeah, we need a scene of pizza. It's got all the stuff. What else do we need? Just SFX, sound effects. You can bring in all kinds of fun stuff. Footsteps and Foley sounds. Universal sound effects. I'll try this footsteps and Foley for now. Or just get guns and explosions. Your pizzas blow up on contact. So you can find lots of good audio packs on the Unity Asset Store. We've got a lot in our asset repo. Or you can just find random crazy sounds on the internet. So get your favorite meme sounds, like the yay and all that jazz. Do beware that sound packs are among the largest files you're going to import. There's some sound packs out there that are multi-gigs. That'd be fantastic. You want to just record your own, like, I want the derpiest, like, for the footsteps. I want you on a mic just going clop 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 clop. I have had students with too much free time that would sample some of these videos for sound effects. It happens. We're gonna get some coins.
At what point does it cross over from Mickey to Mario? Like you could do the Mickey voice and you go, we're gonna get some coins.
Yeah, it's really close.
It's pretty close.
Also, when I'm trying to do cartoon voices, most of the time they end up being from Brooklyn. I don't know why. It just happens.
Just like Mario.
Yeah. What are you guys doing? Yeah, I picked the wrong pack. This is large. We're not even at a gig.
Every step is Mario. I'm just gonna look up Mario sound effects.
So if you enjoy watching YouTube tutorial videos where we spend all the time importing asset packs, like and subscribe for sure. Yeah. Yeah. What are you doing over there? You're like pantomiming something. I couldn't tell. Oh, fun. What monstrosity did you do? I'm trying to remember. Oh, that's right. Yeah, we added to it, didn't we? Yeah.
That's what every walk step sound is going to be.
That's a good one. That's a good step sound.
You should also include the game over sound of Galaxy.
I'm gonna make every single step like Gusty Garden Galaxy
It doesn't
in its entirety.
yeah, and it doesn't stop every time you take
I
it.
remember
It
that.
literally it just overlaps.
So while that was importing, I guess we could have watched our tutorial video from the presidential game devs, but I don't know what that would do on a YouTube video. Me playing a downloaded TikTok video, like I'm just gonna go to so many kinds of jail. All right, that should be imported. All right, so we got stuff. Let me find my pizza somewhere. First, look at the pizza scene.
That's a good step. That's a coin. That's the coin.
So they've got jalapenos, but no olives. So we may have to look for a different pizza. See, that looked more like a jalapeno. These look too big. I don't know what's happening. All right. So use whatever you want. I'm going to go back to my scene. I hope when you guys rewatch this, you can hear how loud you are. Yes. Yeah, the fake platforms are fun.
I'm just gonna record myself saying coin.
Yeah, I'm gonna do my own Foley. I'm gonna do my own Foley, but only my voice.
Walking.
You could probably do that.
All right, so I'm going to drag a pizza out here. I don't know how big that is.
Every time you stop.
Yeah, you're the background music also.
Every time you stop walking, go.
The other problem with this pizza is there's no polygons facing down.
That's what happens every time you walk.
So it's bigger. So we can go to the mesh that they originally had, right? So in the pizza thing, they've got materials mesh prefab. I can go to mesh. We can open that up and we can change the scale here. And apply, and then all the prefabs we pull in will be larger. So that'll be a family-sized pizza. If anyone's been to Big Lou's in San Antonio, that's a thing. What? We'll talk later. Yeah. All right. So I've got my pizza, or whatever you're going to use as a collectible. If we could be quiet and focused, that'd be great. John, thanks. Connor, thank you. We're doing a thing. Okay. All right. So I drug in something. You can do the cylinder for a coin. Do whatever. I'm just going to put for this, I mean, it doesn't matter. We're going to use it as a trigger. So I'm going to put a sphere collider around my pizza. Now I've got lots more opportunities to intersect with it. Is trigger. And then we'll write a script, new script, coin, collectible, power up, whatever you want to call it. We'll call it a power up since it's a pizza. And here, we'll leave the start and update in case we want to do cool stuff later, like rotate the pizza, things like that. I will do the on, trigger, enter. That brings that in as a private, and then we're just going to check for the player. Oh, and the other thing that that I forgot to do, literally forgot how to do last time. It's other dot compare tag, and And so that's a safer way to look for your strings rather than the equals. So if we're looking for, wow, the typing's terrible. If we're looking for player as the tag, hitting enter instead of shift. There we go. All right. And so the first thing to do is to destroy it. So destroy game object is destroy self, and we'll iterate through this and make sure it all works. Let me see. Color change, move object. Let's transform, translate. I'm gonna just, yeah, I'm gonna try this. So I'm gonna actually, before I go even further, I'm gonna on the power up, I'm gonna try a transform dot rotation. Transform dot rotate. Give it a vector, which is, yeah, we'll just try that. So our pizza rotates. Save it, go back to Unity. I didn't put a rigid body on it. I just put a trigger collider on it, so it should just float where it's at. Spinning. Yeah. And it disappears. Cool. Phase one's done. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and add the canvas. We'll get that going, and then we'll do the sound, similar to the video that we looked at. So game object, UI, and for updated Unity, we use Text Mesh Pro. So if I add that, it gives me a canvas, and we're all good to go. So we got to import some stuff. See, we've got a canvas here with a centered Text Mesh Pro. I'm going to use my cool tools up here. So if I hold down, was it Control Shift? Remember, I think it's Alt. There we go. If I hold down Alt, if I click on this gizmo, hold down Alt, and then click go to the top corner here, it's going to push it right up there and set its constraints up there so that it stays in the top corner. So that's a little bit faster than the video we watched. And then we can change the size, do whatever. I'm going to go to 72. And then I'm going to change the size of our gizmo here because right now it's just wrapping. So hit all that. See, I just want to move it down a little bit. So however I move it away from the corner, it's gonna keep this distance. I didn't want it all the way up in the corner. So I've got that. And Matthew, you were going to suggest something else besides putting the manager on the canvas?
Well, I put the game manager
on the player?
Well, the game manager you put on I was saying
Oh, okay. Yeah, that.
you put that on the player for the coins, it's less resource intensive than having the coins individually.
So have the player look for the coins instead of the coins look for the player? Yeah. Literally 100 ways to do anything. That works. All right. So on my canvas, though, I'm going to do what they did, and we're just going to call it game. I think he called it a handler, but if you call it a manager, game manager, it's still a script, but it's got its own magical look to it. Wait a minute. What? Did they change that? Huh. They used to change this instead of the C# icon to a gear if it was called that particular thing. Unless I'm misremembering all of it. Yeah. No, you can't have spaces. All right. So on update, we want to, this is on our canvas. every time the frame calls, which is kind of intensive, but we're going to check for the coin or power up or whatever we're calling this. We're just going to call it count. So we'll do an int. Did they use a float on the last one? I feel like they did. Why would you have a float for? I only ate half the pizza? Maybe. We're going to use float just in case it's something that works better. Just call it count pickups, and we'll default to 0. Update, we need our TMP. Well, as soon as I do this, it should TMP underscore text. Just got to scroll down like for 3 days. There we go. So we do a TMP text, and look, it starts. It does my automatic import there. Yeah. So the TMP text dot text, right? What am I doing here? It's been a minute. Okay. Yeah, I think it was a little bit different. You're just trying to do TMP Pro? TM Pro? There's like a dot text UI. There's all kinds of stuff. There's some alphabet nonsense I'm trying to remember. There it is, yeah. What do we have? Power ups. You remember how to concatenate? Comma and then the thing? It's been a minute. There we go. Plus the count pickups. Or pickup counts. All right. We'll leave that there and let's just make sure the thing, runs without errors because that could be a thing. Yep, I know what happened. I didn't tell it what was what. So yeah, I added this and said change the score text, and then I didn't tell it where the score text was. So I'm just going to drag this over. Yeah. No, the biggest problem with code is when it does what we tell it to. Yeah. And I can see because it's got less space in there that it's getting that. All right, so now made the pizza disappear, which is something I've always been good at. Hmm? So I got the canvas. I put a game manager on the canvas, and then not yet. I just wanted to make sure that part worked, that I was like able to access Text Mesh Pro because the syntax for it got weird. So yeah, you put using TM Pro if you're doing it manually from the start, and And then I made this TMP text, and once I had a handle on that, then I could call the text and power ups and all that good jazz. I'm not going to need to put that extra space back in there. We'll save this script as it is, and then over on our power up, we need, he was doing what? We could set it up in the, well, we could set it up where we drag the game manager in over to the coin, so we set it up in the inspector. But then if we're doing a whole bunch of prefabs, then we sometimes the prefab won't have that connection. You got to set it up manually each time. So we'll do what he was doing, which was kind of goofy. So we'll do let's go ahead and make it public just so they can see it. And then we'll make it private because we're not going to do this. So private, we'll do a game manager, and we'll call it game manager. And then we'll say game manager, like maybe even spell it right. And we'll do find object. What do we do, by name, by type? Will that work? I don't know if that'll traverse through, if I've got to give it the canvas, if it's just going to find. In the video, he was traversing through, like, here's the canvas, and then get the component from that. Let me do this. I'm going to click, find object of type. Include inactive false, so if it's not active, it's not going to find. Thanks for the comments, Unity. I appreciate this. Find first object by type. We'll try this just to see what happens. By the way, so I'm going to go back here. No, it was on the power up. So this is a cool thing we can do while you're watching me struggle through everything. So if I'm highlighting some bit of Unity's code, right? Find object of type, on trigger enter. I'll highlight that and control and double click that thing. Triple click it, quadruple, hello. And then, yeah, it didn't do that. But all right, it did it for Collider. So if you control and or command and like quadruple whatever click, I don't know why it was being weird, it will jump to Unity source code where that is declared. So now I was using a Collider. Now you can see everything that's there. There's a Boolean for is it enabled. I could, from the Collider, there's a shortcut to get the attached rigid body. I didn't know that. But cool stuff. So if you just control click on your stuff, you can go look at Unity source code. Yeah. So cool stuff. All right. I don't know if you can or not. Some stuff is protected. Some stuff you could modify, but then everything's going to break. Ask me about a swizzle sometime. We'll talk about that. All right. So I've got a game manager. I'm going to go ahead and call it. I'm just going to say that your score text, what do we call it? Power up count, count something. Find it. Nope. Pickup count, power up count. I should really remember these things. It's called count pickups. Did I make that public? It should be public. Oh, what a dork. That's why I couldn't find it. I mean, that was my intentional lesson, so you understood what public meant. Yeah. So anyway, now I should be able to find it. So count pickups, and then plus plus means go up by 1. What? Huh? Yeah. It's a different way to do it. All right, let's see if this pizza works. Or if we broke everything. All right, power ups to 0. Power ups are 1. Look at that. Amazing. And if I go deliberately, oh, that's not the one. One of these things here will get me. I reset the level. I can get another pizza. We'll get out of here. All right, so that works. The only thing left to do is to make our own prefab out of that pizza and drag a bunch more in, and then we'll give it some sounds. So I'm trying to remember what he did in the video. He didn't even connect it up here. He just did it all in code. It kind of bothers me. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna do it here. So I'm gonna add to my pizza before I prefab it an audio clip, audio source. That's what I need to do. And then find a clip. And here's the billions of clips that I didn't even look at that I brought in. So apparently there's things with the word eat in it, but I don't think it's actually that. Food? Nope, nothing called food. We'll just look for something called coin. Nothing called coin. Pick. Or a shotgun sound. You know, whatever. Shotgun pickup. So yeah, we're gonna hear a shotgun sound. Couple things to note. By default, my audio source here wants to play on awake, and so if I had 100 pizzas in here and I didn't change this, I would hear 100 shotguns as soon as the level started. Yeah, and then if we put it on loop, yeah, forget the 21 gun salute. This is gonna blow you up. All right. So that's one way to do it, and then we can just have it there and then play the sound. But I liked what the guy was doing in the video. Matthew, could you pull that up? And yeah, where he just created it. He didn't even do this. He just created an audio source on the fly. That was kind of fun. Yeah. So there's a couple ways to fix this, and I don't know what they did in the essentials learning thing. They were setting off particles and sounds right there before destroy game object, and it was fine. Actually, at one point they did it after destroy game object. Shouldn't have worked, because when you destroy a game object, the object and everything on it goes bye-bye. So there's an on destroy. Anyway, so we're gonna try to fake our way. It was, what did he have? He just had a, it's week 2 and then coins audio, whatever, the longer page. Not that, there's one that should, all right, I'll go look myself. I see how you are. Oh, what? I thought it was. Okay, my bad. Okay, so I'll just scrub through here myself. All right, so he's got an audio clip for the sound, and then audio source play clip at point. I like it.
Object, the sound wouldn't even get a chance to play.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. Your YouTube video is now on my YouTube video, so I don't know how we're going to monetize this. Yeah, he's... Oh, I don't want to know. I really don't. All right, so audio source. Is it a dot play? Clip at point. And then I want to play my pickup sound at this location. So your internet's down, mine's working. I don't need an audio source here. I need an audio clip. I'm just going to remove that. Add the clip. Really? Can't add an audio clip? How does that work? Oh, I don't add it. I add it to the script. The pickup sound right there. That's what I'm, all right. Not thinking. Okay, here we go. What did we decide we had before? Yeah. I don't even know what it sounds like yet, but there we go. All right, so we've got that. Okay, now I'm going to go to my prefabs here and just drag that over. I want a new original prefab of that. I'm going to start dragging in more pizzas. Put one over here, hanging off that. Try this. That one ended up higher than I thought. It's all, yeah. That's how I load pizza into my mouth, I guess. All right.
Really loud crunch.
Sometimes. All right, so that worked. Let me just check out the rubric. We have audio. I want you to add some background audio as well, as they did in that video. There's some cool stuff. Let's just go to our rubric before we end the video and watch another video. Matthew's internet's not working as well. Mine's fine. All right, so we started with a cool scene, or you build a new scene if last week's scene is already just outdated. Something changes color. Something does the click force or click yeet, whatever we did. We want lots of dangerous stuff with level reset on it, besides the lava. Barrels, Minecraft pigs, fuzzy creepers, whatever. We do the death trap platforms. You'll use trigger for something else. So that this isn't on you to do something. We added collectibles. We got audio when that picks up. Canvas. So this is all the stuff we just did. I want you to give me some background audio. We already did floors, lava, and then give me some kind of win condition, right? Throw the ring into the fire. Collect all 17 pizzas. Get the full set of this week's Happy Meal toys. Whatever you've got going on in your thing. We want a win condition, and then somehow put something on the canvas, play a magic sound, indicate to the player that they won. You might know there's 17 pizzas in the level. The player doesn't know. So do something cool so that they know what the win condition is. And then bonus points if you build that as a WebGL and give me that link, which you'll have practice doing from the Unity Learn thing. Cool? Cool. I'm glad everyone agreed. If you didn't agree,